what have we got going on here, you ask? Well, this is my Paul Harrell inspired meat target. I know it's not anything like his, but I was still inspired by him to do this. So I don't know if he'll ever get a chance to watch this. Maybe he'll get a chuckle out of it. So what it is, it's bologna, chicken bologna actually, on top of a doe skull. I shot the doe on this property last fall, actually in mid-December. So it's still relatively fresh, I guess the skull is. I've used modeling clay to pack in the eye sockets on both sides. Then I stuffed some gumballs in there and hot melted some googly eyes just for, I don't know, fun, shits and giggles, I guess, if you want to call it. There is still some vertebrae attached at the back from me butchering it, and looks like the flies are enjoying the bologna. Maybe we'll kill a couple of those in the process. And I did try stuffing some modeling clay into the brain cavity, but there was still some junk in there, so I don't know how much I got in, and it's going to be difficult to tell. But I also did put some into the nasal cavity as well. I didn't stuff it all the way in. So I think what we're going to do is shoot it with the CCI Velocitor first, and then we'll see what kind of damage that did, and then we'll return with the Federal Punch. I think for the first shot we'll probably go for straight on, maybe aiming somewhere around here, and see what kind of damage we can get with the Velocitor, and then the punch, and then maybe we'll hit it from a couple different angles, maybe from the side, try and smash on the eyes out and maybe the teeth, and yeah, basically we're going to see what a 22 can do to a deer skull wrapped in bologna. Enjoy, Paul. Well, the first shot looks like it was a little low. Looks like it went into the nasal cavity a bit there. Definitely went through the bologna, which is no surprise really. Kind of hard to see what's going on in there. Does look like I cleared a hole going further in. Maybe that fly will go find the bullet for me. I doubt it though. And I don't see any evidence of an exit wound, although it might be hard to tell in all this junk. Anyways, we'll try now with the Federal Punch, see if we get any different results. And then I guess we'll try some broadside shots. I would think that with a broadside shot we should be able to get some pass-throughs on this. Well, I don't know if you heard the ricochet, I did. So it looks like it did damage the skull here. Took out some meat. But I think the projectile actually deflected off the backside of this orbital bone area here, causing it to ricochet. Unless, no, there is no through hole, so it looks like that is what has happened. I have heard of 308s and other projectiles bouncing off the base of a buck skull, so I guess it's no surprise that a 22 might do the same. Still, interesting result. All right, let's turn this bad boy broadside, see if we can shoot some gumballs out. Sorry for the shaky video, I'm kind of doing two things at once here. Maybe I need a professional photographer to follow me around. Like I can afford that. Well, looks like we got a bullseye, or in this case, a deer's eye. Ha ha ha. Looks like we did get some daylight. We got some daylight coming out the other side. Looks like it went down into, I guess, part of the respiratory tract of the skull there. So didn't hit a lot of bone, but it did take out the modeling clay and a gumball. That was with the CCI Velocitor. I guess we can switch it over now and see if the Federal Punch will give us similar results. Well, I just missed the eye, just went right above it. Looks like we try that one again, just for fun. Did we get full penetration? It does look like we did. Looks like the bullet, Federal Punch, entered here, went through the sinus cavity, and exited out right there. So let's set her back up, put some more meat on top, just for fun. Protect his eyes from the sun. You know, you don't want those UV rays hurting them. All right, so it looks like my Federal Punch is a little off. That was the first one. Second one hit there. It did go through and through. Sinus cavity, exiting up pretty close to the previous exit hole. So I decided, why not just try again, because it didn't fall off the block here. And I aimed a little lower, trying to get the upper jaw here, and I did. Good hit there. And nice big exit hole on the other side. Smashed that jaw pretty good. So I think what we're gonna do now is we're gonna set up this smelly thing more like this. Well, we got a couple hits. Unfortunately, a little lower than I was hoping for. I'm not going to get into the brain cavity that way, or the vertebra. But it is destroying the crap out of the inside of the sinuses and nasal cavity, that's for sure. Taking some of that modeling clay with it. And pretty decent penetration. Got some into this hardwood here too. Can actually see the projectile, at least one of them lodged in there. We'll try one more shot with this. Try and get again further up here. I want to see if I can get some penetration into that vertebrae. That's my goal for this part anyways. See what kind of damage that 22 will do. Well, it looks like I finally kind of got to where I'm trying to get to. I've hit this a few times. It's getting pretty beat up. No through and throughs into the vertebra. I guess that's not surprising. Pretty difficult angle to get. Let's try one more. Well, looks like I forgot to press play for that shot. I did get the base of the skull here. Projectile did go through and entered out into the sinus cavity and went somewhere further up into the sinus cavity in there. I don't know if it came all the way out. It's really impossible to tell right now with all the shooting that's taken place and all the damage that's done. It's really hard to say which bullet did which. Still kind of interesting results, kind of fun. Definitely wouldn't want to get hit by a 22 unless I guess it's at the base of the skull, my antlers, which I don't have. Even if I guess you got a ricochet off the top of the skull, it's probably still going to hurt and probably knock you out. Anyways, Paul, I don't know if you're ever going to see this, but if you do, hope you enjoy it. Damn flies are everywhere.